Hi friends, it's Sarah from Undivided Living, and I'm here with Ellie today. Can you say hi?
Hi.
We're going to teach you how to make
Mayo!
Paleo mayo! This is the very easiest recipe that I've been able to come up with, and it uses an immersion blender. So if you don't have one of these, do yourself a favor, go to the store and get one. And the only other tool that you really need is a mason jar or some sort of container to make your mayo in. All right, first step. I like to use these pasteurized eggs because then I know that my mayo is salmonella free for my kiddos to eat. It's a personal preference. You don't have to do it. Most recipes I've read don't use pasteurized eggs. But take the egg, and then Ellie and I are going to separate just the yolk from this egg. So we're going to crack it. Ready? Whoop, careful. Okay. So we want to keep the shell out of it. All right. We're separating the white from the yellow here. Okay. We're going to drop that yolk right in our jar where we're going to make the rest of the mayo. Compost your eggshells. Okay. And then we're going to add to this some lemon juice. I take a shortcut. I buy the organic lemon juice already squeezed. Okay, we're going to measure out a tablespoon of this. Thank you, Ellie. That's good. Okay, we got it. Okay. And we leave the egg yolk and the lemon juice to sit for 10 minutes to get them to about room temperature. So next we're going to add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. If you're buying the store-bought stuff, read your labels. You want to make sure it doesn't have any gross additives in it. And tap that. Tap it on. Okay. It's a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Thank you. This is 1 tablespoon of filtered water. Go ahead. I'm going to pour that right in the jar, okay? Thank you. And directly on top of this, we're going to add our olive oil right into the jar. Most paleo mayo recipes have you drizzling the olive oil and whisking or using a blender, and it takes a long time. So that's why I prefer the immersion blender method, because we can dump our olive oil right in and go ahead and add it. So I use a combination of 2 different oils. This is avocado oil. I typically get it from Costco because you can buy a lot for pretty cheap and it's really good quality. But this is our avocado oil, so we're going to do a 1/4 cup of that. And we're going to do 3/4 cup of this light tasting olive oil. This may not be the best quality, but it tastes the best in your mayo, and trust me, it's worth it, because if you use the full body flavored olive oil, it's kind of gives it an interesting tang, which I don't prefer. So we're going to go ahead and add this. Okay, so that's a cup. Ellie, would you like to pour this carefully into our jar?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Great job, sweetie. Okay, and now we're going to finally add a sprinkle of salt. Ellie, your hands are clean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take a pinch. Nope, just take a pinch with your fingers and sprinkle it in. Okay. Okay, that's probably good. And you can salt it to your liking. If you like saltier things, great. I tried to add a little bit less. Okay, and now the immersion blender. Take it straight into the jar. A wide mouth jar is very important here. Something large enough to fit your blender in. Okay, we're going to push the button. And we're going to move it side to side. So now you have a really nice versatile paleo mayo, and you can use it for the base for tons of different dips or sauces or dressings. My kids love it just straight up to dip their veggies in. You want to taste it, Ellie? What do you think?
Ready.
Would you eat a whole jar of this? Let me get you a spoon. No! Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
I'm gonna eat all of it.